Assalamualaikum and hi, I am Abdurrahman bin Azhar from CS256A class CSP 650. My final year project title is Developing Computer Hardware E-commerce using web scraping with rule-based for assisting customer in buying product. The web system is called WebCore and my supervisor is Sir Muhammad Asrul bin Arshad. Who will be using WebCore? WebCore are suitable for people who are trying to build a computer system and for those who are trying to find computer parts. Where will WebCore get the computer components products? Web scraping will be used to scrap computer components or hardware from three selected websites, which are All IT, Amazon, and Tech Hypermart. So with this product, it will be used inside the computer build system. This feature will use rule-based approach to assist user to build a PC to their own preference. There are three problem statements. Number one, difficulty in looking for a particular computer hardware product from selected e-commerce websites. So 71.4% of respondents will face difficulty in finding computer components, and 40% of respondents will take time to make a search. 35.2 respondents having a unclear moment. The second problem is difficulty in finding compatibility of computer hardware. So 46.4% of respondents have dissuaded from building PC. Why? This is because due to the risk involved. And why finding compatibility is a difficulty because 67.1% of respondents say that they need to do research, which will took their time. And the last problem statement is time consuming. About 69.1% of respondents will looking specific brand. 65% of respondents will look features and performance before buying the products. And 95.7% of respondents will find compatibility of computer hardware. There will be three objectives for this project. Number one, to design and develop web core system, computer hardware e-commerce using web scraping with rule-based for assisting customer in buying product. Number two, to evaluate the functionality of web core system using functionality testing. And the last objective is to evaluate the accuracy of rule-based by comparing the result from the rule-based and result from the system. Who will be using WebCore? The user are for anyone who are trying to find a computer components or for those who trying to build a computer system. The next central element for this project will be web scraping. WebCore will be using web scraping to scrap computer components from three selected websites, which are All IT, Tech Hypermart, and Amazon. And the platform it will be web application. And for the complexity, WebCore will be using rule-based approach to assist customer in building a computer system. The next slide is project significance. So what are the project significance? The number one is to reduce the difficulty in looking product from selected e-commerce websites. The number two is a way of helping building a desktop computer. And the last significance is to create a way of helping saving a user time. The next entry element for this project is web scraping. Scraping framework will be used to scrap three selected websites, which are All IT, Amazon, and Tech Hypermart. And the platform of this project is web application. And for the complexity for this project is rule-based approach, which will be used to assist customer in building a computer system. And the database that will be used is MariaDB. For related work, there are two websites are similar with WebCore. Number one is PC Part Picker. So PC Part Picker will be based on web, and the features that provided by this website is building a desktop computer, and there will be a list of computer hardware products. And the limitation is limited currency support. The second website is iBuyPower, also web-based, and the features provided by this website is that it can build a desktop computer, and there will be a list of computer hardware products. And the limitation is limited shipping location. And my web system is web core, which also will be web-based, and web core will be using rule-based approach will assist customer in building a desktop computer, and there will be a list of computer hardware products. And the limitation is doesn't have a forum to share a problem or give an idea. So project from web core will be using SDLC waterfall. So the first phase is requirement analysis. The activity that we'll be doing in this phase is chapter 1, doing problem statement, objectives, and significance. The second activity is we'll do it. Chapter 2, literature review, and the last activity will be use case diagram. And the second phase is design. The activity will be ERD, flowchart, and interface. And the next phase is develop. Is to the activity is to be doing modules, web scraping, and rule-based approach. And the next phase is testing. We'll be doing accuracy testing, functionality testing, usability testing, and the last phase will be documentation, which will be doing project milestone and FYP. This will be the web system page. So let's say I don't have an account, so I can create an account. Click there, and for username, let's say my name is Abdurrahman. I don't want to put my full name. I just want to put Rahman here. And for the email, I'll be put rahman@gmail.com. So the password, there will be a authentication. So I need to follow this requirement. So I put a big R Rahman12, and I will be repeating the same password 12. Okay, if it is successful, then it will be direct the user to the home, the login page. So I'll be putting the same as before, Rahman, and the big R, Rahman12, and log. So I'll be direct to the home page. So this is the web core home page. So I want to show there will be the next page that you user can click, and there will be the list will be the products, and click more next page if user want to. So I want to show a search module. So let's say I want to search for AMD in general. So I can search one and enter. So there will be a one results, which is a graphic card from Amazon. So user can view the item, just click it, and so we know this is from Amazon's because it will be stated before this. So there will be we display the product name, product image, product price, and product ID. So the product price will be convert for the user. So the user doesn't need to search to convert USD to Malaysia ringgit. So let's say if a user want to know more about this product, they can just click this green button. So it will be direct to Amazon for that product. So the user can scroll and view the informations. So I click here. So all the informations, the product name, the product review, product price, and product image, and the product href here are taken from the uh, Amazon websites by using web scraping. So the another functions that have inside the system is the system builder. So the system builder will be using the rule base. So there will be the rule are used for this system is based on budget. So there will be three budget. There will be low end, mid-range, and high-end that is above 8,000 ringgit. So everything here, let's say a user pick a below 3,000. So uh, a user can feel safe to pick anything that they want inside the that will be displayed on that budget, because the total price will be not exceeded what budget that have been chosen early here. So so I want to add also that what's user pick here will be affecting the CPU line after this. So let's say I want a below 3000, which is the low budget. So in the low budget, and I want the Intel. So for the CPU brand, there will be two, Intel and AMD. So I want to be Intel. Let's say next, and so the user need to choose more. For the low budget, there will be Celeron Pentium. So Celeron and Pentium, they are low-end budget processors, and for the core processors, there will be Core i3 and Core i5. So Core i3 and Core i5 will still can be, buy in this price range. So let's say I want to buy i5, and there will be two socket uh, for this i5. It will be LG A1151 and LG A1200. So I want to LG A1200, and the suitable motherboard for this CPU is will be displayed and will be suggested to the user, which is this one, and I pick next. So after user click next button, the system will show all the products based on he or her his or preference. So there will be, so let's say I want to view this product, the original website, so I can click here. So I know that Intel Core i5 here are from Tech Hypermart. So they'll be displayed by the product price, the product name, and product image. So I will be picking for this for all components. The RAM, I will be picking this one. So I don't need to worry about the total price because it will be not exceed. Okay. So I pick this SSD. Alright, and for the case, I will be picking this one. And the last component will be PSU, which is the power supply. And I pick this one. And after user pick all the components, the user can just click build. And here, the system will show what have been chosen before this, and the system also will show the total price for this build. See, the total price will be not exceeded from 3,000. So user can feel safe and pick anything they want. And let's say if the product came from Amazon, so the system also will help user to convert it to the Malaysia ringgit. And if a user decided to rebuild, they want, he or she want to rebuild again, so they can click this here, and it'll be directed to here, to this page. So in the system, there's also a computer component, and it will be the system already categorized for the user. And there is a Intel processor, which there will be two socket, and AMD processor there will be one socket. And for the GPU there will be two chipsets that will be displayed here, which is NVIDIA chipsets and AMD chipsets. And HDD they will be categorized to its capacity. There will be less than 1 terabyte, HDD 1 terabyte, 2 equal to 2 terabyte, 3 terabyte, and more than 4 terabytes. And for the motherboard there will be for Intel and AMD. So for Intel there will be two socket, LG 1200 and LG 1151, and for AMD it will be AM4. So there will also PC peripherals, mouse, keyboard, mousepad, headset, microphone, camera, and monitor. So next is PC cooling system. So PC cooling system there will be two cooling system: fan cooling, which or stop cooling, or AIO cooling. So there will be SSD, DDR4 RAM, case, and PSU. So everything here is a full set of computer components. A the user profile. So I want to edit user profile. Okay, I press edit and I put the new username. I want to change to Abdur. I put Abdur. Email, I remain the same email as before, rahmat@gmail.com. And for the password I want to keep it same. Rahman 12 BR Rahman and 12. So I pick submit. So here, so my username has been updated, so that's a good thing. So let's say I don't want to my account anymore, so I can delete my account. So click here and press confirm. Okay. The module 3 selected website will be scrapped. All IT, Amazon, and Tech Hypermart. So web scrapping process will happen every midnight. The schedule will be triggered. So let's say I want to scrap all IT and CPU. So but the coding right now is set on every midnight, so I want to make it short. So I will change it to every 3 seconds. So I will save this file and I will delete the table first. So I will go to the CPU all IT table and I will drop it, delete the table. Okay, and after I refresh to check, so there is no CPU all IT table, so I will be press this button and wait for seconds. There you go. So let me check the database if it's already insert. So here the web scraping button is successful. For functionality testing, there are 3 lecturers who have tested web ecosystem, which are Sir Astral, Madam Aimuni, and Sir Alvin. So every module inside webcore, which are sign up module, user profile module, search item module, view item module, login module, compute hour module, and web scraping module, have passed the functionality testing. Accuracy testing will be testing webcore rule base. The rule base the webcore use is based on budget. So there will be 3 budget, which are low end, mid range, and high end. There will be 2 major brands for CPU, Intel and AMD. For Intel CPU, there will be 2 selected sockets, LGA1151 and LGA120. And for AMD, the selected socket, which is AM4. The budget will affect the displayed CPU line family. For example, that has been showed here is for low-end budget. So let's say a user pick an Intel Celeron processor and the socket that we chose is LGA1151. So the motherboard that support the CPU socket is C1 and the article result show it here is true. For usability testing, a survey has been conducted and the total of respondents are 37 respondents. One of the example survey is shown on this slide. Majority of the respondents have answered that they are satisfied in using webcore system. In my opinion, they are satisfied because webcore have helped gather computer components from multiple websites and user can build a computer system. So does people need a webcore system? So the answer is yes. Why? That's because with the COVID-19 pandemic happening now and also the MCO, customers tend to buy any types of product via online. So when it comes to buying computer hardware, there is no specific web system that have gathered all the computer hardware products from multiple websites, and there is no uh, specific way to assist customers in building a computer system. Web system will help people in gathering computer hardware components from three selected websites: All IT, Amazon, and Tech Hypermart. Webcore also help people to build a computer system to their own preference with the rule-based system. In a nutshell, this web system objective has been achieved successfully. So what are the future work? So number one is to add a favorite function, which a user can add an item to their favorite list. And the second one is to recommend to user what are the top search products by the other user. And the third one is to compare performance of computer hardware. And the last of the future work is to create a community platform. This is where the user can share their thoughts or ask a, a, a solution from other user on how to solve a particular problem. That's all from me. Thank you.